Hola. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. Oh, shit. Okay. I have some apathy showing up. Perhaps you are sitting around this weekend. I know it's freezing outside. These are my cards that I had out in my car, and they are icy cold right now. Maybe that's what you're feeling like a little bit inside of your heart. Maybe your heart's feeling a little bit icy cold, okay? We have the Four of Cups that came out upright. That's the card of apathy, okay? Maybe you have a lot of choices, and these choices are just not it for you, okay? You don't like any of the choices. You're sitting there, you're cut off, okay? Let's see. What's the obstacle here? Okay, the obstacle is the sun, okay? So maybe your life from the outside doesn't look so bad, right? Maybe people are giving you that toxic positivity and they're saying, oh, it's not so bad. It could be so much worse, right? But from your perspective, it is that bad, okay? You're not feeling aligned with where you picture your life being, right? So it doesn't really matter what everybody else thinks. Let's see. What do we have for the solution? Well, that's pretty straightforward. All right. Solution in this instance for whoever this might be resonating with is the King of Wands, okay? And the King of Wands, he's the man. He's passionate. He's a man of action, a man of passion. Let's see. Yeah, power, authority, healing masculine energy, okay? So what I see here is you're feeling definitely just you're over it. You're totally over it, okay? You're ignoring this divine message, okay? Maybe this message is what the hand in the cloud is. Maybe I am the hand in the clouds. I'm telling you, I get it. Everybody's sitting there saying, all right, it could always suck more. You know, look at all these great things that you have. But until you embrace it, it's not going to change. Nothing's ever going to change. You're going to stay stuck in this place, right? Okay. Is there anything else? Is there anything else that we can have? Anything else to think about considering? This is a pretty straightforward message. I feel like people often find themselves in this position, right? You're just kind of in a rut, maybe. Stuck in a rut. We're stuck in a rut. Feeling hopeless. Maybe you are homeless. Okay, that's what I was trying. Maybe my Freudian slip is correct. Maybe you just don't feel like you belong anywhere. Maybe you're feeling like maybe you're doing better than you have in the past, perhaps. Maybe you're doing better than the people around you, but you still just aren't quite making that connect in your life. You're not feeling like the King of Wands, okay? This is where you want to be. You want to feel like the man. You want that power, that authority, that passion in your life. You want to have it all, right? And the people that are in your life, maybe you're surrounding yourself poorly. Maybe you're surrounding yourself by people who don't have the same aspirations that you have in life, right? Maybe they don't understand what your deal is, right? They don't understand why you're not happy where you're at. Okay, we got the King of Wands in reverse energy. King of Swords, rather. This could be a tyrannical, this could be someone who is maybe someone who you look up to, but perhaps they are just judging you from their throne. Maybe they're not really helping you. Maybe they're someone who, instead of helping you get here, and this would just be my thought on it, they probably might fear your potential, right? And they are maybe they're the ones, I don't feel like this person is, let's get a little clarification. I don't feel like they're the ones being sunny and toxic positivity, right? They are discouraging, straight up. That's the Star in reverse. They don't want you to shine, okay? Straight up. They see you for what you are because they recognize King recognizes a king, right? King recognizes a king, but King doesn't want you to be the star. This guy is having some trouble right here. And it could be a woman. It doesn't necessarily have to be a man. Just someone who is very authoritative, but someone who's not he ain't keeping it real. Swords are about truth, and Swords in reverse is about falsehoods, okay? And manipulation. Let's see. Anything to clarify? How can we get through this period of our lives where we feel like we're ready to be. Wow, we have the Emperor in reverse. That's very much the same energy. So, okay, I'm beginning to see why you may be feeling so apathetic. You've got these people around you who, I feel like because these people are in reverse, perhaps they might not have worked as hard as you have to get where you are. I feel like these people are very inflexible, very dominating. It's real easy to call shots when you're up on your throne, you know, and they're watching you try to get here, and they are just not going to make it easy for you because deep down, they don't really want you to shine. Okay. This is confirmation for that. Let's see. Give us some clarity on what to do about this. All right. They're just unable to change. Okay. The death card in reverse, they are unable to change. They are unable to move past who they are. So I think that is just a call to let go of these people. You are hesitating possibly on letting these people go. Perhaps you feel like your proximity to these people is going to somehow help you get to here. But these people are not wanting to see you shine. Okay. That is not what they want for you. Not that they don't want it for you. I don't know. I'm seeing malicious intent on this. I am not seeing people just being neutral and being jealous or anything. I'm seeing like they really just are not in your corner at all. Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh. All right, some rough cards coming up today. We have the Thief of the Tarot deck coming up in the upright position. And we're seeing that they're trying to salt your ground, okay? They don't want to see your stuff come to fruition at all. So whoever might be watching this, that this is resonating with, first of all, I'm so sorry you're going through such a hard time. Hard times, they come, okay? It's not, I'm not seeing anything necessarily. It's nothing that you are doing wrong. And the only thing I can say is the card that we started with right here, you know, the Four of Cups. You are apathetic, understandably so. Okay, I feel like these people that you have looked up to and that are on this maybe a pedestal in your mind are not wanting what you want for yourself, and you don't understand because you might be happy for them, like you look up to them, you embrace that about them, but they are not returning that energy to you at all. Rather, they are trying to take your positive energy for themselves. They feel like if they can take that from you, okay, that it somehow makes them greater. Okay. And we know this is not true, but they don't want to see you come. They don't want to see your labor, your efforts come to fruition. Because I feel like that's the thing is, you're the King of Wands. You have that passion. You have that spark. You have that thing that you can't buy, that you can't fake. And I think that they're intimidated. I feel like they're getting that Emperor in reverse. That's that insecure masculine energy. Like they are not prepared for you to win. Okay. They're not nervous about it yet because they're kind of discounting you, I feel like, but yeah, they're withholding help that they could be giving you on purpose. Wow. I feel like it's definitely connected with your childhood. Okay. That is something. This is a call to let go of the past. Okay. So perhaps they could be family, they could be friends, whoever they are in the past that had a hold on you then. This is a call. They are choosing to not help. Okay. They're not, a lot of times, you know, people get busy, people have their own lives and stuff like that. This is saying that they are absolutely choosing to not help. Okay. It is a choice that they are making. And it's definitely something connected to your past. That's the card of nostalgia, but in reverse, it means that, you know, you're being stuck in the past because of this. Okay. You're having trouble possibly letting go because of it. Okay, so we have the Five of Swords. This is a reminder to be open to change, okay? You may still have some resentment there. But this is going to be the time that you're letting go of these things. I feel like all of this, all of these cards that I've just pulled, it comes from the Four of Cups that I pulled first, trying to get to the King of Wands, okay? We are trying to get to that place where you know that you have all these options in front of you, right? You're not rigid like these. There's these two major players right here. Or it could be the same person, just a dual natured person, to where they have a front facing, they face the world like they're very honest and truthful, okay, but really they're just extremely rigid in their beliefs, okay, and they hide behind these truths like they're absolute, okay, but that does not necessarily mean, just because it's their truth doesn't mean it's your truth, okay. And you, like I said, I'm gonna remind you again. I feel like this is very important to remind you of. You have that quality. What is it? Why won't they support you? It's because you have that spark they do not have. They can't fake that. They know that if you get on their level, there is no holding you back. They cannot compete with you there. Not in that way, okay? All right, let me see what I got over here. I think I'm going to read. Sorry, y'all. I'm under my heated blanket today. It's cold out there. All right, I feel like we're gonna use the moon cards to take a little reflection right here. All right. These are my son's favorite cards. They're a good deck. All right. What can we leave as a parting thought to this person who kind of feels stuck? The people that they want, that they look up to, that they really want to support them, is not supporting them. We have the Bull. We have Taurus. Well, that's great. Prosperity lies ahead. All right. I can deal with this. I'll take it. Let's see what we have. The New Moon and Taurus. All right. Prosperity lies ahead. This card will often come up when you're inquiring about a financial matter or when you're doubting your self-worth. This card suggests that you can have what you want, including material things, but you must believe in yourself. This comes down to the laws of attraction. Value yourself and others will value you too. That's a very good point and goes right in line with these big figures that I was talking about, just not having your back or not cheering you on from the sidelines, right? Much more. They're really deep down hoping that you do not succeed, okay? You got to cheer on for yourself. You got to be your own biggest cheerleader, okay? Love thyself, okay? Taurus is associated with luxurious Venus, and this card holds the new moon energy. So now is a good time to make a 12-month financial plan. And it's end of January. If you haven't done it already, it's a really good advice. This card can also signal the start of a new relationship or of sexier times. If you've been wrestling with something for a long time, the new moon in sturdy Taurus is a sign to not give up just yet. Attune to the moon. Give or get a massage. Healthy body, healthy mind. I dig that. Additional meanings for this card. You will soon be able to afford the thing that you're dreaming of. Getting clear on what you value most will help you find peace. Take some time to pamper yourself and start a standing order to a savings account, no matter how small. I like that one too. You can get an envelope and write savings on it and put it somewhere, okay? Put a couple dollars in it, and by the end of the month, you'll have some extra money set aside. That really does work. My grandfather was a banker, okay? He was the executive vice president of a bank and an amazing loan officer, and he loved putting some money in some envelopes, okay? That was his thing. He said that's the smartest way to do it because you can see the money actually physically going into the envelope, okay? So get you an envelope, write rent. Get you an envelope, write electric. Get you an envelope, write all of your bills out, okay? And whenever all of your bills are filled up, then you go into your savings, okay? So, and then try to split whatever you're saving, right, with whatever fund money you have, okay? So you still have your extra money and everything, but try to save half of it, okay? It really does work. I've done it before, and it helped me learn how to budget so much better. And that comes from the most baddest ass banker I've ever known, okay? And the teaching for this card. Hello, Sandra Sonder. Welcome. I'm glad to have you. The teaching is we often feel that it's somehow wrong to focus on our finances, but the truth is that money can make life far more comfortable from a physical point of view. Taurus knows this, and the new moon in Taurus is time to work on your magic to create the money you want so you can have the creature comforts you want. Remember, though, that someone else is still wishing for what you already have. That goes right back to the whole reading that we just had. Somebody wants what you have, but I don't think it's just financial. I think what they want is your spark, straight up. Okay, so this is a reminder that the money is coming, okay, but it's a call to save, to do something about it, okay, no matter how small, it still matters. And just remember yourself, know your worth, and appreciate the intangibles that we have. The fact that you have that spark that causes people who are successful, who are where you want to be, to envy you, okay? But don't let it break your stride. I don't know. I think that's it for now. I think I got my point across. So I love you guys. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. And thank y'all for watching. Bye.